We have 13 minutes to post for our first race. Scratch number 7, Helene's Gift. Helene's Gift is out of race number 1. Race 2 is clear. Wide open first race, double exacta, trifecta, superfecta. Of course, we'll have superfectas on races 11 and 12. Let's go through the field top to bottom. 1 is Sunshine Dancer. Sunshine Dancer drops from straight condition maidens, 5-year-old mare. Just note she is 0 for 28 over the last year and 2 months. Sunshine Dancer, however, does have the figures to win this race. She is at 8-1. 2, Leadfoot Kitty is a question mark, was outpaced last week, but she might have needed that start because her previous race before that was May 8th, about 10 months before that. She's at 9-1. 3 is Indirect. 3-year-old filly has had some trouble out late last week after taking a shuffle, closed fast 2 starts ago. Indirect right now the 5-2 co-favorite with number 4, Spooky Nuke. Spooky Nuke dropping out of straight conditions, outpaced badly last week. Shifts from Maywood Park on the half mile to the mile track here at Balmoral Park. Spooky Nuke at odds of 5-2. 5 is Mine or Surprise. 3-year-old filly outpaced in the qualifier and probably needs to improve a little bit, but this is her first start parimutually for trainer Kevin Arges. She's at 9-1. 6, Claire Annette made her first start last week. 3-year-old filly left, got a 2-hole trip and flattened out late. Needs to show a little bit of improvement. 7 is out. 8 is Borugo Cow, another one that was outpaced but might have needed to start off 4 months. She's a question mark at 38. 9, Madeline was dropped in for a tag last week, was sent off at odds of 1-2. Got a second over trip and really didn't have much of a rally, although she did finish 3rd. She had no excuse, I didn't think, for the victory. Madeline, second time in claimers, right now at odds of 9-1. And outside number 10, Foxy Jessie battled the mile from post position 4 and tired, but was used extremely hard the first half of a mile. That was her excuse. She's at 5-1. Pretty wide open race right now. 3, Indirect is the 5-2 favorite. Second favorite on the board, number 4, Spooky Nuke, dropping in back to claimers. 3-year-old filly hasn't been in claimers since the 30th of December, 3 starts ago. She's at 3-1. 1, Sunshine Dancer looks like the value at 9-1, but note doesn't show victory in 9 starts this year. It was 0 for 19 last year. We have double, exacta, trifecta, and superfecta wagering. Post time in 10 minutes.
Racing fans, looking ahead to tonight's 6th race, we now have the driver for number 2, Boomerang. In the 6th race, number 2, Boomerang, make the driver Dale Heitman. Dale Heitman drives number 2, Boomerang, in the 6th at Balmoral. Horses are coming on the track for tonight's first race. First have the early daily double, scratch number 7, Helene's Gift. Field of 9, no driver changes, post time in 7 minutes. The first race starts tonight's early daily double. We also have exacta, trifecta, and superfecta wagering. No changes in tonight's second race. 7 minutes to wager on the early double at Balmoral. Track is fast. In all cases, make your selections early. John Racky, go to your office. John Racky to your office. Here's the field. 1, Sunshine Dancer. Owned by Ellen Weischer. Randall Finn trains and drives. 2, Leadfoot Kitty, owned and trained by Darcy Pletcher. Tony Morgan in the bike. 3 is Indirect, owned by Terry Erickson and Steve Searle. Steve Searle trains and drives. Number 4, Spooky Nuke, owned by Edward Waters and Patrick Walsh. Clarence Jacobs trains. Randy Jacobs drives. 5 is Minor Surprise, owned by Benjamin Tutka and Michael Bird. Kevin Argis trains. Dean McGee drives. 6, Clarinet, owned by Jesse Judy, Brian Judy, and David Avenatti. David Avenatti trains and drives. 7 is Scratched. 8 is Boru Go Cow, owned by Gary Rath and Bobbert Jackson. Gary Rath trains and drives. 9, Madeline, owned by Thomas and Leonard Kochowski. John Booten trains. Andy Miller drives. 10, Foxy Jesse, owned by Alexander D'Onofrio. Ron Anderson trains and drives. 5 minutes for the first at Balmoral. Those of you just arriving, you have 3 minutes to make your early daily double selections and other selections for the first race at Balmoral. In this race, scratch number 7, Helene's Gift. No changes in the second race. Track fast. 3 minutes for the first at Balmoral. Better hurry. 2 minutes, 2 minutes till post. First race pacers have completed their scoring. 1 minute, just a minute. Our starter at Balmoral, Bob Knox, has called for the Pacers for tonight's first race, and the gate is rolling. Here they come. We have a recall. We have a recall. Mutual windows remain open. We have a recall. Once again, the starters call the recall. Mutual windows remain open. We have a recall. Reason for the recall: interference between number 5, Minor Surprise, and 6, Clarinet. Mutual windows remain open. For those of you just arriving, you still have time to wager on tonight's early daily double. We had a recall in the opener. In this race, number 7, Helene's Gift, is scratched. No changes in tonight's second race. Mutual windows remain open. Still time to wager on the early double at Balmoral. Now, once again, the starter calls for the Pacers. Once again, the starting gates rolling at Balmoral. Here they come. They're up and pacing. Spooky Nuke left for the lead. Off stride is Minor Surprise. Minor Surprise made a break. It's Spooky Nuke on the outside. On the inside, Leadfoot Kitty. These two battle for the lead. 3 wide. Metaline moving strongly third. Now second. Metaline takes the lead. Spooky Nuke drops in second. Leadfoot Kitty third. Coming away fourth. Sunshine Dancer. 2 lengths back. Indirect in fifth. Racing in sixth. Foxy Jessie. It's 2 lengths back to Clarinet. Another 2 back to find Boru Go Cow. And the trailing horse is Minor Surprise. The opening quarter, 29 seconds flat off. Stride on the front end is Madeline. Madeline made a break on the front end. Spooky Nuke now inherits the lead. There goes Indirect, moving quickly on the outside. Madeline back pacing, caught 3 wide. Indirect with a rush, now takes the lead. Madeline up on the outside now second. Foxy Jessie moving up third. Spooky Nuke back to fourth. There goes Clarinet ranging up on the outside fifth. Towards the inside, Leadfoot Kitty shuffled sixth. On the inside, Sunshine Dancer seventh. Racing up eighth on the turn. That's Minor Surprise, trailing the field, Boru Go Cow. Final 3/8 of the mile, Madeline has reclaimed the lead. Indirect racing second, Foxy Jessie on the outside third. Towards the inside fourth. That's Spooky Nuke, Clarinet fifth. Heads are turned for home in the opener, and Madeline's trying to stay on stride, leads a length and a half. Indirect racing second by 2. Foxy Jessie losing ground third. Towards the inside, Spooky Nuke is fourth. Racing in fifth in the lane comes Clarinet. On the inside, it's Madeline. On the outside, Indirect. Now it's Indirect getting the lead. Indirect the leader. Here comes Foxy Jessie closing up on the outside. Indirect the leader. Foxy Jessie racing second. Madeline third at the wire. It's Indirect winning it by 2. Foxy Jessie second. Madeline third, tight for fourth between Clarinet and Spooky Nuke. First race, 3 Indirect finished first, 10 Foxy Jessie was second, 9 Madeline was third, a photograph for fourth. The photograph reveals 6 Clarinet to be fourth. In the winner's circle, 3 Indirect. Indirect is owned by Terry Erickson and Steve Searle. Steve Searle trains and drives the Illinois bred 3-year-old daughter by Ideal Society of the troublemaker mare, Donna Jean Direct.